All right, and behind the museum, which is across the street from the library with a working Wi-Fi, which is nice. This whole shed is museum interior, but behind the museum there's a mud house. Looks like they have some kind of old mud house on display. This far north, we're in North Dakota, and they have the people were making mud houses, and this one stands. This one looks like it's in pretty good shape for old age. They didn't do any extra work. It's just all mud, open to look at, and you can sure bet this is the original. With the bed, everything's original. The windows and the panes and all of that, the roofing. I mean, this wood would have looked better probably 100 years ago. Stump for sitting. I mean, we're talking about looking at the effects of aging probably 100 years, because this looks very authentic, very neat to see. A one room house. I had no idea that there was a park not far from the grocery store, off-street parking, and nobody here. Here I park at a city park. It's kind of cramped. Nobody comes here. I mean, there's no bathrooms, but you could walk over to the grocery store. It looks like no problem even across this grass. They do discourage camping though, so that's a concern. They seem a little tough on overnight camping here for some reason. Oh my god, the outdoors is not sanitized. I'll never use this spot. I hope the farmer doesn't get too mad about people walking through this hayfield. He just baled some hay. It's a nice little shortcut to avoid the road. And I came across, I didn't record it, but there's a little like creek that's dry right now that would prevent crossings during wet days. Alright, I was able to taste the tap water and it's awful. So the city's got bad tap water here. Clear sign I'm far away from those mountains. I just noticed there's a lot of trash, probably from the grocery store, in this field. And he's baling it up, no doubt. Like this right here, he caught some plastic, more plastic in here, grocery bag or something, baled up with the hay. Okay, I'm a little confused. What do they mean by this? It got shot up quite a few times. Like, I hope they're not talking about the parking lot too. Looks like I found the food bank on 2nd and 1st Avenue. Da-na-na-na. Community covered. I'm sure it's, third Wednesday of each month. It's not Wednesday today. Great Plains Food Bank. It looks like they left me some donations here. Couple apples. Yeah, I could use these. I don't want them to go bad. I'll take that. Cornflakes, they always add sugar to them. Yeah, I'll take the apples. That'd be fine. Oh, and a sausage? No, thank you. I bought some salmon. I didn't mind buying it now on the walk back to my car because I need time for it to thaw. 1 pound of salmon I'd like to cook right away, but it's got to thaw. I think that if a local politician campaigns on creating shade parking areas on public spaces by improving shade parking for the public they can win an election. All right. So the North Dakota driver's licensing has taken a strong step. They're extending your expired driver's licenses indefinitely. So you could drive without a driver's license. They don't want to do anything in the building. It's all got to be done online. Oh boy, has the internet age has saved us from having to interact with each other. Alright, I feel so sick. It's 95 and very windy, and normally the wind would make me feel sick, and I think it might be contributing to my sickness, but I need the wind because the heat is so bad that the wind cools me down, but the wind also makes me sick. So the excess wind and the excess heat combine to make me feel very sick. Jeez. Maybe it goes the other way. Nothing. God dang it. Alright, so last night I was constipated. I'll admit it. I'm a man, I can admit that I get constipated. So I experienced pain and fullness, and it's been a while. It's frustrating. So I resolved to have some cayenne pepper, tomato sauce, milk, and shredded wheat cereal this morning. And within an hour, I had my first poop, and it was a slight burn. That cayenne pepper tomato sauce combination worked great. And then I pooped again, and now you see the time. This is my third poop, and it's just amazing. I was constipated, and now I feel much better. And it's been a while since I had tomato sauce and cayenne pepper. In all this heat, I didn't crave it, and I partly blame this heat for constipation. It's just I got a lack of movement and dehydration. I think my liquid system is cycling in different ways, trying to cool me rather than attend to my digestive system. So the cayenne pepper tomato sauce worked great, and I've been suffering from all this heat. I feel much better. I actually feel like talking again since it's finally cooled down, cloudier, cooled down. But I mean, it reached up to 95, and all I could do is in this park, all I did is lay on the picnic table all day. Lay on my side, lay on my back, lay on my stomach all day. Just suffering with this heat. And it's just gonna be bad tomorrow and the next day. I'm looking at like at least 2 months of suffering. I'm not looking forward to it, but I can't really go any further north for relief unless I could skip into Canada. It actually is showing on the weather map that it gets hotter the further north I go. It must be an elevation thing or something, but it's so frustrating. So I'm just suffering. I'm dealing with the heat problems, and they bring on constipation. One thing I can say on the bright side is that I'm not getting gut inflammation. like I did last year. I think the weightlifting has changed my demeanor, and is now preventing inflammation. That inflammation was awful in itself. Lack of movement, I think, something. So I've actually been using the museum Wi-Fi, easy login for free. I could sit at the library and access it, but I only get one bar. But that's a pretty strong bar. But I could also sit at this museum and use their free Wi-Fi. It's pretty amazing. This is the one that they charge money to look inside. All right, next to the museum, looks like these chokecherry trees are doing they're coming along pretty good. They're in their green state. But they got quite a bounty coming in. Quite a bounty indeed. It's gonna be some time though. I won't be here to pick them. Alright, I have maybe 5 or 6 different herbs in here. I'm trying a new one like this pineapple weed. I'll see. The staple generally is grass. Welcome to Bowman. and it's a dead end. They probably used to have a road that went through, maybe. And now it's a dead end. Welcome to Bowman. Super Fresh Bros. They had some time and they are communicating their love for video games. So it's usually not encouraged to cross the tracks. I did hear a train go through yesterday, I think. I was thinking it'd make a cool drone shot to run alongside. It's actually, there's a witness. Wow, I better get through here. He started up as soon as I got finished crossing. Like he wants to probably talk to me. I was thinking it'd be a cool drone shot to run alongside the train. It's just a crane operator though. These people got a drive-through between roads, this road and that road, but they have the sign discouraging people from taking it. That's all. 2 signs to try to discourage people from cutting through from one road to the next. Oh man, that old house looks cool. But with that no trespassing sign, I dare not go. It's kind of rare to see abandoned houses with no trespassing signs that look so fresh, actually. You got an old house with a fresh no trespassing sign. Operator, can you help me make this call? Such a remote town, it probably gets very few foot pedestrians through here because there's really nothing on the other side of the tracks from the town, and they build a full cage. A little excessive. These types of towns in this type of spot, they wouldn't even bother to put a cage up, just have a little wall, the bare minimum, but not this place. Maybe something happened. Odd features like this for like the area. It'd be nice to see more dedicated to, or the reason why we put this up. And then in this internet age, all you have to do is put a phrase in the city name and we could look it up ourselves, make a little plaque, the reason why this was built. But people don't think of that. They don't think of how odd some things may look in the town compared to others, because people don't really travel like I do, I guess. For example, in Portland, Oregon, they have a full cage over one of their bridges that's high up on a hill, and they explain this suicide. And then they say suicide is a big issue. Here's somebody to talk to. They try to reach out on that bridge, and that's the explanation. That's just the way things go. Yeah, you'll be alright. This is a nice garage. You can actually walk on the roof. It's got a little bit. Oh, I think that's a part of the auto dealership. This is an old style, but it's so wide. Normally they don't put planks like it's a patio deck to hold the. Yeah. Oh, there's one down further. Usually they don't put a patio deck to hold the transformers. Usually it's just like a bar, just a simple bar. Make it easier to work on, I guess. You can walk on there easier. Swamp cooler or air conditioner. Looks like this was a refrigeration. Oh, you can look right in. The door's wide open. What do we got? Oh, it looks like it's still in operation too. Maybe. Probably not though if they're not locking it to whatever business. This whole building's closed down. It's kind of an abandoned. There's abandoned sections. It's not exactly a thriving area. It's not so busy. It's only a Sunday, but I mean, it's still not so busy. I mean, the thrift store over there is actually closed on Saturdays, the whole weekend. They're closed the whole weekend. I almost bought a teapot, but I didn't have cash. I wanted to pay with the check card, and I'm glad I didn't get it because it was a ceramic and kind of heavy. I could fit my hand in it. I'm looking for teapots that I can fit my hand inside, and that one I could. It was just a little heavy, just a little bit heavy. Senior citizen night. Wow, you don't really see that for theaters. Senior citizens only. They get special attention